Crypto Nation and mining family, what's going on? It is the weekend, and you've got your two favorite hosts here, Nemesis, and my home dog here, Mikhail. Yo, what's up, everybody? We got Jason the Tiger Osborne, wishing everybody a happy Saturday.
Yo.
We got Jeffrey Harrison going, I'm struggling with this 3090 Aurorus Extreme with the water block edition. So he's putting it into the laundry room. So it's like he's putting it in a place where the water block will actually be beneficial to the card. And he's like, Gigabyte really sucks on this one because those probably get a lot hotter. I already know that. Gigabyte is not very good with the 30 series round with cooling solutions. It sucks. And then he goes on going, hey, 1,000 watt cheap ATX finally was PSU was faulty, and he went and ordered up a new one. Nice. Yeah, whenever it's like people need to realize, like, if you're got 1,000 watts and you're loading them up with 1080 Ti's, 3090s, there's an upper threshold limit of like 2 or 3 on 1,000 watt power supply, plus cooling fans if you got them, motherboard. Be careful. It is so easy with this newer equipment to just overload your power supply and hash them to death.
Correctamundo. Correct.
And what's going on, High Speed Miner? He's like, I need that 1,000 watt power supply. Yo. What's up, Gundy? And it looks like we're starting to get people
Right in my eyes.
rolling in. We got Tains in the house. What's up? Crypto Shaped. What's up? And Tains is like, he's also got the Gigabyte Aurorus 3090 water block. Nice. He's like, Tains is like, yep, they all kind of suck. Yeah, even my EVGA XC3 3090. Temperature is an issue. I mean, it's like I could sit here and have it mined pretty damn good in the living room here. I've got it in the mining room where it's a lot hotter, and I'm still not having issues. But I also have a Delta fan blowing at the backside of the 3090 because that fucker in the back gets blistering hot. Holy cow! I can't believe how hot that thing gets.
Crypto Adele, he is dealing with a very important family matter.
Yes.
That's all I can really say. It's not my business.
Nope.
But he's dealing with some very important family stuff.
Yep.
So just wish him awesomeness, and we'll see him soon.
It's like I have good hopes that he will be back. You know,
he'll be back soon.
It's just gonna take a little while. He's got a little hiatus. It's okay.
It's okay. So no probs. That PSU was super cheap. It was only running the GPU, the water pump, and 3 fans on the rad. Dang.
That's still quite a bit. You know, a 3090 that's 300 watts. You know, 350 watts depending on how you're pushing it. Water pump. You know, depending on if you got a D5 pump on there. You know,
D5s pull quite a bit of power.
Yeah. Oh yeah, fans. Depending on which ones you have. You know, those could be, you know, between anywhere from 10 to 100 watts. You know, it's easy to max out these 1,000 watt power supplies with these new generation hardware.
Yes, sir. I don't know if anybody's seen this morning, but I got my new generation hardware.
Oh.
I don't know. I can't reach it.
Woo. Woo.
Woo. Just one scoot too far. Alright. Look at that, guys.
Woo.
Freaking awesomeness right there.
Woo.
This is a huge box.
Yeah, it is.
Like, huge.
Yeah.
I think by far probably the biggest.
Now, which
box that I've ever got.
Which Zotac one is that?
It's the Trinity OC.
3060.
No, not 3060.
3070.
3070.
Ooh, TI. Ooh.
Yep, 3070 Ti. Yep. Got it to do some of that awesome testing to see if we can, some of like the tricks, to see if we can like possibly unlock it.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly.
Right.
No
guarantees.
Definitely no guarantees there.
I mean, considering that my 3080, Hive doesn't even, like, Hive sees it on the rig, but doesn't know how to deal with it.
What?
My 3080 Ti, Hive does not know what to do with it.
Oh, very nice.
I've updated it to the max, and it was just like, nope.
Yeah. He's got the 3070 amp hollow, and he loves it. Nice crypto shape. Yeah, this is a 3070 Ti. Not a hollow. It's a Trinity OC. So, I think that's better than the hollow. I'm not really sure. The thing's huge. Massive card. It is definitely a short PCB card, which I find pretty funny.
Yep.
It says a short PCB, but this massive cooler on it.
Well, yeah, because it's got
the
pass-through cooler design on it, so they got a lot of overhang on it.
I was disappointed that the fins on the fin stack are vertical. They're not horizontal. A little bummed out about that.
I swear that's like more of like an AMD thing.
Yeah, it is. I just don't get it. I mean, even my 6700 is vertical as well.
Yep. Yeah, my 6800 XT is vertical too, but I mean there are a few of the older architecture for the AMDs that were horizontal and they were server friendly.
Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting for sure. It's a really nice looking card. I was rather impressed. The shroud doesn't cover the fans all the way, so at the top of it, the fans are kind of exposed, like you can see them. It's an interesting looking design. It looks really cool. I don't know if it benefits from it, but it looks pretty freaking cool. Big card. I'm gonna put it on the test bench. I gotta finish up one more video for my 6700 XT, and then off to the Navi rig it goes to live with the 5600s XTs.
Right.
See how he lives over there, and see if we can achieve anything better in Hive than we have in Windows. We were effectively able. I tried showing this morning on my stream, but for whatever reason, my Elgato capture card said no and wasn't going to show. Wasn't going to show my card, and I was kind of bummed out by it. But as you can see right here, this is my 6700 XT. I did effectively get more power tool to work, so I was able to hit at -30 on the wattage. So here we are pulling right now 107 watts at 47 megahashes. I can get this down to 85, but I start losing a little bit of megahash. I end up with like 46.5 if I pull it down that far. I kind of like the 47. So I just left it as it is, and I'll just take the 107 watts. Definitely better than it was. Originally, I was hitting 160 watts for the same exact hash rate. So upon doing the more power tools, I was able to take away from the wattage and start taking away from the core too, a little bit to lower the watts. As you can see, with -30 on the wattage, it really brings it to 130 watts is the actual power limit. But taking away from a little bit, I think it's 200 from the core, or no, 600 from the memory, or from the core, sorry. And I was able to achieve 107.
Yeah, my 6800, I've able to get mine down pretty low on the wattage also, where I've got like 140 watts, but I'm running mine in Linux.
Right, yeah, yours is in Hive.
Right,
so I'm curious if this will benefit. I've used more power tool already, but I didn't change the BIOS, technically.
I haven't messed with my BIOS either at all.
So, but I applied more power tools to it, so technically I have. I don't know when moving it over to Hive that's going to cause an issue or not cause an issue.
Yeah, no idea.
We're going to find out.
I know that with the 6800, I can't get it to go below about 140 watts without losing stability on the card at all.
Right on.
Yeah, and I can't get it to go, if I try to push the overclock to where I get like 62 mega hash on it, I lose stability. So 140 watts at 60 and a half mega hash, that's the best it'll do. Which means that a 3060 Ti is in essence better, because I can do that one at 120 watts and get 62 mega hash off of it.
Right. Right. Yeah, so I got, like I said, I have like another video to do with this card, and then after that, I'll be moving on to putting the 3070 Ti onto the rig, onto the test bench. I'm gonna try to see if we can squeeze it into Windows 11 first, see if that works. If not, going to move it into Linux and see if we can do it like that, but not like Hive Linux, actual Linux.
Right.
See if we can get anything, achieve anything better that way. So.
Critical Bedell's like, my 3070 is getting 61.22 at 131 watts. It's not bad, it's not bad. The 3070s are going to draw a little bit more power off of it, and it hits the same as the 3060 Ti, basically. So, yeah, there's reasons why I've stayed away from the 3070s. I knew there wasn't enough of an uptick on it. I mean, maybe for gaming-wise, like, you know, if you're looking for a 2% difference for gaming, yeah. But
he's running using Windows 61. I mean, my 3060 Ti gets 62.
Mm-hmm.
So at 115 watts. That's what I have mine sitting at currently. Verify. 120 watts currently. That's what I'm letting it cool.
Oh, Uranus Oysters, like, he was asking Mikkel, I'm asking you earlier, but he got it wrong, so he'll ask, what's better, one 1660 Super 6 gig, or two 1060 6 gigabyte secondhand, or two 478 gigabyte secondhand, about 25 more expensive, percent more expensive than the 1060s. I would. That's a tough one, really. Because, like, if you're comparing two cards to one, you're gonna outhash the one card by itself.
Right.
But if you're looking for the efficiency side of it, the 1660 Super will have the efficiency. You might not beat it in hash rate, but you will beat it in overall power usage with just if you're comparing card to card. Because, like, my 1660 Ti that I'm running, it's running at 90 watts, and I'm getting 32.5 mega hash on it. So if it, it's like in a 470, 8 gig, You're gonna
If,
be,
like,
you'll be right
I would-
around
if-
that
if
80
that's
watt
the-
marker
Yeah.
for like about 25 mega hash, give or take. So,
Times 2 though.
but it's like you can't compare 2 to 1 when it comes down to it. Really, if you're
But he's able to buy 2 of them compared to the 1. So
Right.
I mean, in this case, it's
right. I mean,
a
it's
better deal.
it's yeah. I mean, it's like, okay, if you're going for efficiency or just sheer hash power. Sheer hash power, 2 cards, whatever's cheapest of the 2 cards. You know, the 1060 is not going to be too bad. 470, you know, if you're going to be sticking with Ethereum only, even after EIP 1559.
Or even if after you with the 8 gigabytes of RAM, you're still more. You have more options.
Yeah,
for longer.
But if you stop Ethereum mining right after EIP 1559, then the 1060 is going to have a little bit of a performance uptick over the 470.
Heck, man, says buy it all.
Right.
I agree. Buy it all.
Right.
If buy it all is an option, buy it all.
Right.
All the hashes.
So I mean, it just kind of depends on what your overall goal is. You know, it's like, are you worried about power, you know, your electric bill, or are you worried about hashing on Ethereum, or do you want just a multi-purpose tool? But buy them all. This is not financial advice.
Definitely not. Here's 100% buy it all. 100%.
No, it's not. It's going to hash better than one 1060 or one 470. Because I've got 470s right behind me, and yeah, you're looking at. I think it was like right around 27 mega hash, and this is on Ethereum Classic, which hash rates are going to be the same.
So. $470 can do about 30 mega hashes, just about on Ethereum. A 1660 Super does 29, so almost 30 as well. And then 60 does 22. So I mean, I don't know.
I mean, you're
90 watts for the 1060. It's just for one of them. So 90 watts of 1060, 120 watts. They say for a 470, because they're definitely not as efficient. Definitely not as efficient. So you're running about 120 watts per card there. And then 1660 Super, you're looking at around 90 watts. Same as the 1060. But, like you said, if you're looking at it, and you're looking on like What to Mine, if you're looking at 470s, don't look at the 470. Because if you hover over it, it's talking about a 470 4 gigabyte card. So, your best bet is to go to the next card, which is a 480 8 gigabyte card, because you're going to be closer to that card.
Right.
Because of the 8 gigabytes. So that's where you're seeing the big differentiation. If you're looking at the 470, it's a 4 gigabyte card according to What to Mine standards. They don't let you. I hate that they do that. They don't let you get to choose.
And
they
don't account for optimizations or BIOS modding.
Correct.
And some goblin, no, this isn't my desktop at all. This is a, I pulled this up. Yeah, pre-recording I pulled from somewhere.
I didn't say that there wasn't goblin. I'm not saying that there wasn't 4 GB 480s either,
Right.
because I know there are.
Yep.
That's not the discussion. I know
Right. He was talking about the 470s, 8 GB.
because Uranus has 8 GB 470s, and he's looking on what to mine. Which, if you hover over what to mine, it says 470 4 GB. So you have to classify them as a 8 GB card, which is a 480,
Right.
and vice versa. So in your case, you need to look at the 470 for what to mine standards, because that's kind of what it's going to get.
Right. Right.
It's really backwards. But yeah. NVIDIA, though, is more doable. I agree. I would lean really hard towards the 1060s if you're looking for like longevity, because you're gonna be able to hash more algorithms with the NVIDIA card.
Right. More efficiently too.
Yeah.
It's like, not that the AMD can't mine everything that NVIDIA can. It's just,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh. So that's why. Yeah, that's why.
Mm-hmm.
They do that with a few different cards. Same thing with the 1060s. There is a 3 gig 1060, but they don't list it on here. They only list the 6 gig. Sorry, Uranus. I was trying to answer you that earlier, but I was kind of pushed for time, so I had to like run and yeah. Motion TTV.
That's a lot of hash power. I'm a little jealous on that, if that's what you're getting. 12 new ant
Considering
miners.
that's awesome.
Right.
Is that is that acceptable? Hey, my one thing. Yeah, so that also, I was like, what? I was like, what happened to the 3060? And then you said 470s, and you didn't give me that option earlier either. I was like, oh, what's going on? All good though. Glad we got to like officially help with that.
And Uranus, it's not advice, it's just knowledge. We don't give any advice around here.
No.
Neither.
Getting the gold shell mini Doge miner. Man, I don't understand why people get that. Just go buy an L3.
Right.
And you'll mine Litecoin and Dogecoin.
Pretty much.
I don't know. Not financial advice. Not telling you what to go buy by any means. I gotta get used to saying that.
Right. And
Because like tomorrow, we're not allowed to like tell you to do anything like at all.
Nope.
Not that we do anyway, but now we have to be like extra careful.
Yep. Yepper. We'll see how the purge starts to happen tomorrow.
Yeah, dude. So how about us getting EIP'd in a few days? Yeah, man. So the fifth we're getting EIP'd. We're getting like EIP times 4. There's 4 different EIPs going on.
Yep.
And of course, 1559 is the most controversial one going out of all of these. I actually tried out the poll thing this morning over here on DCA Adventure to see who thinks that the price will pump as EIP 1559 goes live, or is it going to dump? And 80% of everybody that was there voted yes, it'll pump. Some people explained it'll pump and then dump shortly after it pumping, which is very good possibility. on that one. I think it'll for sure go up. Price will go up due to the fact of what all is going on. I mean, historically, almost every fork, their price has gone up. So price is probably going to go up.
And
Not financial advice, but price will
Uranus,
probably go down too.
And Uranus Oyster. Now, this is my strategy. Not telling you what to do, but my strategy would be holding off until EIP 1559 is implemented, and kind of waiting for the market to shake itself out a little bit, kind of equalize out. Probably take about a month or so, and then I'm going to start looking for cheap discounted GPUs hitting the market from people that were paying, 24 cents, 30 cents a kilowatt hour, that are now grossly over budgeted on their electric bill for their hash power. They're about to get muscled out.
I would 100% wouldn't doubt that, buddy. He's saying 570 8 gigabytes are 50% more expensive than 1060s, for example. If you're talking about 570s, not the 470s that we were talking about a minute ago, but 570s for sure.
Yep.
They are way more efficient. I owned 570 8 gigabyte cards for a long time.
Yep.
That was my first AMD rig, and I loved those cards. They hash 32 mega hashes, around 80 to sometimes 75 to 80 watts, depending on the type of card. And they're great cards. I loved them. That was my first a full AMD rig. I had a full rig of them. I eventually got rid of them whenever card prices went up. I was like, all right, time to. If I would have held on to them, I would have probably gotten more out of them. But I made my money back in, so now I have Navi cards. So it's my AMD rig. All 5600 XTs, and then the one 6700 XT. Goblin, Goblin says, for those of us that are currently mining Ethereum, are we going to be rammed in the butt as a small timer? If you have one or two cards,
yeah,
probably for sure. Because you're putting it lightly, 100% putting it lightly. You're going to get muscled out.
Yep.
Any one of us could. I mean, even me, I'm not pushing a lot of hash rate either. But I'm nothing. I'm a small fry. I will probably be looking elsewhere when it happens. Maybe not at first. Usually right at first it might be okay because a lot of people are going to panic and just turn off their rigs. So for the first hour or two, prime time. After that, you'll start getting a real realization of what's going to happen. I'll probably stay there for a day or two to kind of get the feel for what's happening, because I would like to know data-wise what's actually happening. Because I do dabble in the DeFi space, so I would like to know where this stands. I don't usually use ETH DeFi, but as a whole, this is kind of important.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
yeah, look at other algos, 100%.
And that's what that's what everybody's going to be doing also.
There's tons of other coins out there. Mining's not dead.
No.
Just mining on Ethereum is dead.
Yeah.
Or just not very profitable for small guys.
No, not at all. And it's and if you're below the national average, which the national average is 12 cents a kilowatt hour, you're more than likely you're going to be fine. You're just going to have to bounce onto another algorithm so you can get your consistent payouts and then exchange that for Bitcoin, But as far as, the ridiculous gains we had at the beginning of the year, yeah, that's over.
Yes and no.
Yeah.
Kind of what Uranus is saying. Because does anybody else think that after EIP, the network user experience might be really bad, but the miner rewards might be unexpectedly high because it's free for all tips? It's a free for all for tips. Yes, 100%. At first, I think that is exactly what's going to happen. Maybe not stay like that, but at first, that's exactly what's going to happen. User experience for the first day, I wouldn't probably use anything on DeFi. It's going to be weird.
Oh yeah, well,
Especially on ETH DeFi. It'll be a little weird. Just for like, because this is big for everything. It's mainly won't affect contract prices. Mainly just transactional prices. So remember that those are two different fees. Contract price, contract fees, and then transaction fees are two different things. But it may be weird for the first day.
I think the weirdness is going to come from all the users that are like, oh, they fixed mining. We can now utilize Ethereum now. And they just watch the fees. And they're like, what the hell? I thought this was the miners doing this.
Yeah. What 2 cards do you have, Goblin? He said, so then Raven it is. It looks like that's my hope. Maybe. It may not be. You have to weigh, since you only have like a couple cards, you can really weigh in on this. Like on your options.
Yeah, because like if you're, AMD, you might be looking at another DAG file like ETC to keep the profitability up on there, because that's going to be
profitability and efficiency.
Yeah, the highly efficient on there.
You got to stay efficient right now, especially after like EIP.
Yep.
Efficiency will be key for extremely small miners, especially if you're like banking on like profits to pay for stuff. You got to play it efficient.
Yep.
Don't get greedy. He's a 5600 XT and a 488 4 gigabyte in this PC. Okay, so F to the L to the U to the X. What does that spell? Flux. I love it, Tech Man. Flux is a good choice, yes. Especially what they got coming up here soon, especially for AMD cards, Ethereum Classic, things that are good on memory.
Right.
You want to look for memory-intensive algorithms. Flux, they're Equihash-based coins. You'll be okay there. Raven, you'll be okay. Just because they utilize this kind of everything.
Right.
The 480 definitely isn't going to like it. If at all, it's a 4K card. They might be almost done with that.
Nope.
No?
Nope, not at all.
Okay.
they're only two. They're
right.
2 gigabyte on the DAG.
Okay, that was maybe 3 increasing. But yeah, Equihash coins, good. So like Beam, maybe even MTP. MTP might be good. Which is Firo. That's what I'm talking about. MTP is the algorithm. This is my 470 4 gigabytes love Raven. It's a scripted Badel. See, there you go. Like, I would imagine it wouldn't be bad because it's an all-around thing.
No, Goblin.
Raven on this 5500.
Flux is not Conflux. Flux is its own thing. Yeah, definitely
not Conflux. Flux is used to be Zell. They rebranded to Flux. 3060 does very well on CCX. I've been doing that on mine. My V1 and my V2 3060s get 20 or 2,000 hashes on Flux a piece. Take away the overclock. Don't overclock it at all. You'll get rejection shares. But you can play with the wattage and effectively still get really good hash at low wattage. and they run really cool. They do very well. They make about, I think together they make about $7 a day, something like that. Really is not bad.
Not bad at all.
No, it really is not. It's really good for the two cards, especially since I have a version 2 in my PC. That means I have to run regular drivers. I can't run dev drivers anymore. So my Ethereum hash rate is gimped. So I mine Ethereum, so I mean I can add the hash rate to my Ethereum, but it makes me less effective in my opinion. I can mine something else and make up that difference. It may be a different coin, but I chose CCX because I have like the CCX bridge, which allows me to move from CCX like over to like the Polygon network where the rest of my Ethereum is that I'm mining. So I have a way to like easily move over to it and move it to the rest of my stuff to move it wherever else I need to at that point. But that's my person. $7 a day is not bad. I don't know if a V1 like on dev drivers hashes any better than a non-dev driver version 1. I would love to know if anybody out there tests that. I would have to like go back to dev drivers. All sorts of stuff.
Right. Golden's like, my gaming is distracting me from people warring in front of me. Yeah. And it's kind of funny. You get in. It's like you get into certain areas where people, on social media, and you see them just, oof. It's like, wow.
Pause playing Halo Reach. Nice. Have you played the new beta yet, Goblin? I heard you saying earlier you're talking about let's go play Halo. So are you playing Infinite beta? If so, how is it? Looks good. I watched a few Twitch streams of it earlier just to like kind of get the grasp of what they were doing.
Right.
See how it was. I liked Halo. It's a good game. It was fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting and how this whole mining is gonna happen here in a few days. I'm really interested. It's like, come on, cheap GPUs.
I don't know. There says, would you say post EIP dump will come close immediately or days up to a week later? I'd say a few days to a week for sure. Definitely not right away. People are gonna play it out.
I think you'll be looking at about
for all we know, gas fees might like freaking spike, and no one's gonna want to move their Ethereum. For all we know, so something like crazy could happen like that,
Yep.
I mean, they've done it in testnet, obviously, multiple times, so it shouldn't happen. But they did it in testnet with a few hundred use cases compared to thousands of people and smart contracts, like thousands of smart contracts running on the Ethereum network. So we'll find out. It's going to be a hell of a day.
Oh yeah, and then to see how much the Ethereum how much the Ethereum hash rate drops off from day one. That's where you'll get profitable in a standpoint of Ethereum. Yeah.
Not dollar wise, but you'll earn more Ethereum.
Oh yeah.
During that time period, if a bunch of people start dropping off the network, that's when your earnings go up. But also be aware because pools are also changing their fee structures that same day, like Ethermine. You'll be paying fees on Ethermine that same day.
Yeah, I don't think the MEV is going to play into it the way people...
He said give it a month.
Yeah.
MEV and the Izzy. Oh my gosh, that water bottle was semi-frozen earlier. Yeah, it's just like dripping.
Yeah,
this net is not reality. Evil laugh. For real, it is not. I mean, it's like a good functionality.
They're not...
You'll see if it works, but it's not like a stress test. By any means. If you're not on for 2 cards, probably not. Hive on pool would be, they're not changing their fees, and it's free to mine 0% fee. If you mined a Polygon network on Ethermine, they do not charge. They will pay your fee. Which I'm going to continue to mine Polygon as long as I can. What's up, Crypto Motive? Dropped in to leave you guys a thumbs up. Kips are competing in a Mario Kart tournament in Vegas, and I'm waiting for it to stream. You got quiet when you muted. Yeah, it got really quiet. That's for sure. But dude, tell the kids congratulations and good luck. That's freaking awesome. I wish them the best of luck in that tournament. That is awesome. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy their stream. Awesome. It's good seeing you.
Hey, Cryptomotive. Nice.
Yeah. His kids are playing in a Mario Kart tournament in Vegas. He's currently waiting for their live stream.
I'm a little jealous.
Pretty cool, dude.
I'm a little jealous. Right, dude?
I love Mario Kart. I was really hoping for a Switch Pro release the end of this year. I was really hoping for it because I was like, I'm getting the Switch Pro, No. This is stupid.
Same to you, Cryptomotive.
Same Switch with the bigger screen. Let's see.
Uranus, dude. The ETH network gets clogged up with any high-use case.
With cats.
And it's like they had Crypto Kitties, Stoner Kitties, DeFi, anything that gets popular on Ethereum, broken. Does Ethereum care that their system cannot scale, will not scale, and is incapable of scaling without taking a hit on the memory side? That there's already issues with that model too, because it's like you cannot have everything in memory for the length of a full blockchain survival. Because if you think about it, how long has Ethereum been out for? It's like what, 8 years, something like that.
Right.
So you're right around 8 years, and Ethereum already passed up 4 gigabytes in 8 years.
Yep.
So in another 8 years, give or take, you're going to be at 8 gigabytes. And then at 12 years, it's like you're going to go beyond what a GPU could possibly put in VRAM. And then they're like, okay, well, that's why they're going to proof of stake, to solve that. It's really not solving that, because now you need dedicated hard drive space. And at what point in time, with the way that the Ethereum scales, is this going to break down? I mean, if you look at
800K in fees were lost, yeah. Also, or 300 Ethereum. It was 300 Ethereum that was lost in fees, and failed transactions.
Yep,
that's a lot. That's a lot of money just to get lost.
Yeah, because the contract wasn't written properly.
Jason asks, what card are you using to mine CCX? For NVIDIA, I'm using Crypto Dredge. I got better hash rate with Crypto Dredge compared to XMR Stack. AMD did better on XMR Stack, but I also, SRB Miner just released a new update, and it did pretty well on the 6700.
But I'm not big.
For CCX,
I'm not big on XMR Stack, period. Myself, they're between XMR Rig and XMR Stack. There is huge in-house fighting between the two mining programs, and XMR Rig has tried to point out to XMR Stack a few flaws with the way that they did their implementations, And XMR Stack is like, no, ours is fine. Yours is the one that's broken. And it's like, I have more issues with XMR Stack trying to get it to run right. The only place that I have ever been able to make XMR Stack work properly at is on Hive OS, because Hive OS's implementation of XMR Rig is broken because I can't go into it, into the config file.
It's for GPU mining, so that's a little different.
Yeah, but I believe XMR Rig can still be used on GPUs also.
Yes, it can be, but it can't mine conceal, so that's the reason why.
Yeah,
he's using XMR Stack.
But I'm just saying why I don't like one over the other, though. It's like,
I use Hero Pool. It's been nice to me.
Man, I haven't checked out CCX at all, just to be honest.
It's not too bad. It's all private, like it's a completely private network.
Right. And I'm not
in
gonna,
the light of things that are kind of going on right now, definitely wouldn't.
Right, and I'm not going to rag on anybody, any protocol that has privacy by default. I absolutely love stuff like that. And then Uranus is like, Vitalik said in a recent interview that they're switching to proof of stake so that every small guy can afford to be a part of the network. Like everyone has 32 ETH as chump change. Yeah, exactly. But there are staking pools where you don't have to have the 32 ETH in order to participate, which is not bad. But at the same time, it's like you're locking up your keys onto somebody else's protocol, not your keys, not your crypto. So when it comes down to collective staking pools on ETH, no, I personally will not do that. If I had 32 ETH to stake, I still won't do that because I personally myself do not believe in staking. That is very, very centralized. You don't make a protocol decentralized by centralizing it. And then with the way that they're going to be doing the staking payout, the return on staking rewards is not enough to equate the 32 Ethereum to be locked up.
And I think I didn't really catch the first end of your situation talking about, but I do know upon his statement of saying that, it's not that allowing people to, like, small people just have like a 32 Ethereum. It's not that. It's the fees for everything would go down because there's no miners. And
it's not that the fees are going down. It's that they're standardized. Even 1.2.0, they're
small guys.
No, the ETH 2.0, they're still going to have the fees. This is what
they're going away.
They're not going away in any. But what
they can't be contradicted back to like miners, MEV.
But what what Uranus was talking about, he was like, it's supposed to be for the small fry to be able to participate, and that's what the way proof of work is right now.
DeFi and smart contracts and stuff like that. Definitely not staking. I don't think that's what he meant by that. 32 Ethereum is not a small guy.
And it's not gonna. And it's not. Well, they've got the staking pools where you can stake any amount of ETH that you hold.
You can do that on Coinbase.
Right. Which that will make it so that the small guy who's got $10 can go stake.
Not specifically talking about staking. Okay.
Not that the small guy is going to have, $200-$300 for a GPU in order to participate now. So for that one little aspect, that means the small fry can go and participate in the network. The returns are going to be junk, and then you're going on to what servers are these staking pools or validators operating on? Amazon, Microsoft, and I forget who the third player is for all of that. But you're talking three data centers. And if these data centers go, hey, look, yeah, see, we're based in the United States, and our regulations say that this is now a scam. Ethereum's done. So there's going to be I mean, I see things that are okay with what they're doing, interesting approach on things. I wish the best of luck to Ethereum, all their devs and everything, and all the people that are building on top of it. I wish them the best of luck, but at the same time, there's potential issues depending on who, what, where, and why, and how they're going to regulate stuff.
There's no issues. It's fun.
Right. It's not like how Bitcoin is, where if I've got a Bitcoin core wallet and a Bitcoin miner, network lives. I am not relying on anything but an internet connection, and that's decentralized.
Agree with that. Asking guys if it works.
Goblins, like
I don't know, man. I really don't. I don't have an answer for that. I really don't.
Like, what's the definition of a small fry in the ETH proof of stake blockchain? That's what I was just saying. A small fry is the person who's, hey, I just got into cryptocurrency. I'm on Coinbase, and I bought $10 worth of Bitcoin so that I got some Bitcoin, and I bought $10 worth of Ethereum, and I can stake that $10 worth of Ethereum right in Coinbase. That's the small fry. Is it worth it? It's like it all kind of depends. I'll be interested to see what the return would be on that, because do you
especially
get
when everybody starts going into it?
Oh my God! It's like, and then at that point, do you get a better return by just leaving your cash sitting in a savings account, not a checking account, a savings account, and earning 0.5% interest on it? It's like you kind of almost got to weigh out your options, because it's like some of the reasons why I get into investing myself personally is I'm trying to beat inflation. So if inflation is 7%, I've got to make 8% in order to beat inflation. And it's like, if you're holding your stuff in crypto, you're trying to beat inflation. That, it's like any kind of investing, whether you're in a stock market, bonds, whatever it may be, whatever your investment vehicle is, you're doing that to beat the inflation rate.
Right.
But Uranus, some people have gotten into Ethereum a long time ago. They've been stacking Ethereum like crazy. And it's like, for some people, they've got 1,000 ETH, and they're like, what's 32 ETH at this point? I picked them up at $20 a pop. So it's like it all is kind of relative of when you get in, depends on how you use that argument. So, and I'm not advocating for Ethereum in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying, hey, look at both sides of it. The small fry might have gotten in 5 years ago and has been paying for $20 Ethereum. Where us now, small fry is $10 worth of an Ethereum.
I agree. Proof of works, a small fry proof of work, and a small fry and proof of stake are two people. They can't be the same people anymore. It's the unfortunate part of that.
Yes, Oyster. Yeah,
Tree
it's like
City.
a small fry isn't anymore now. He's a whale by now. Yeah.
Yep.
And that's the idea.
Those that played the long haul.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Those who took the risk early on, while every Bitcoiner out there was going, Ethereum's a scam, it's going to zero, and these guys were still $10 here. Here's $10 got me 50 Ethereum. I'll take that. $10 got me 3 Ethereum. I'll take that. You know, they're just stacked it all the way up. Those people are sitting just as pretty as, you know, some of the Bitcoin OGs. Not sitting as pretty, but they're still sitting in a good position if they got in early enough. And that's the case for anybody. You get in early enough on anything that's good or worthy of like investing into, you're gonna make out pretty good. I mean, look at those who invested in the Apple early on. Those who invested in the Amazon early on.
I agree.
I mean, shit, there's that one dude who's a Dogecoin millionaire. It's like, how early do you have to get in to get that?
He's a Dogecoin millionaire, but doesn't hold hardly any Doge.
Yeah.
Can't really classify him a Dogecoin millionaire.
Not anymore, yeah.
he sold his Doge for fiat. So he's just a millionaire who wanted to get rid of that.
Yep.
That made millions off of Dogecoin, but not a Dogecoin millionaire. He doesn't own $1 million worth of Doge. It's impossible for him to have that same amount of Doge and to be worth $1 million now.
Right.
That dropped in half, if not more.
Yep. It's hilarious to see all the Doge people. Papa Elon, tweet something nice about Doge.
It's fine, Goblin. You just gotta be willing to accept change and learning.
Yep.
You gotta accept it. You can't like beat yourself up when something doesn't happen right. You gotta just take it, learn from it, and keep going. Crypto is not something to like stop and collect your thoughts for a minute. It'll keep you on going without you. Yep. And it'll run you over a couple times too. It'll put itself in reverse. It'll just kind of back up. It'll do it.
Oh yeah, it's that Jason. It's like you could tell that Elon basically got spoon-fed information, and then he started talking, and then people realized you didn't do your research, did you?
Like, hey, you fudged up, man.
It's like, do you not realize the smartest man in the room never said a word?
He just kind of chuckled.
Yep.
He didn't say anything, but he definitely chuckled. But alright guys, we're about to be rolling out of here. I do know that the Misfit Mining crew is still alive. Post the link in the chat for you right now. You can go DCA raid them fools.
Hell's
They're
yeah.
over there chilling. They got a full house tonight. Looks like the huge Gray Baldini, Max Voltage, Pocket Change, Jump Change.
Gallo's like, sorry I'm late. Elon did what now, clown? Yeah.
Pretty much.
He opened.
He is a clown.
Yeah. He's a clown on governmental subsidy, aka universal basic income, and thinks he knows about crypto. Too funny. So if you guys got any questions or comments, certainly drop them in now before we head up out of here. Definitely smash that Lizzy like button, guys. Subscribe if you're new here. If you would like to ask some questions behind the scenes, certainly jump into the Discords down below, free. If you would like to get some true behind the scenes knowledge, little one-on-one action, join the Patreon. You know, we got our little mining section up underneath there, and then, you know, that'll help us out directly, helps out the whole team in general.
Right. FA announcement, please, says Crypto Bedell.
Woo!
Uranus has a question before we leave. Do you think other networks are capable of taking on the near future with the DApp load that Ethereum currently has. For example, Tezos, AVAX, Polkadot, Kusama, anything else. I mean, that the DApp aspect won't change. Like that, even Ethereum 2.0 won't change that. That'll all still remain the same.
But let's say
Polkadot's doing
let
good stuff,
me add on to
Kusama's
let
doing
me
good.
add on to what he was saying. So, what if them switching over to proof of stake, Ethereum shits itself and loses its market dominancy for where it's at? Is there any other DApp that can actually take the load on of everything that was built on to Ethereum side if they were to suddenly move to another platform? And it's like, from that viewpoint, I'm sure most of them can. Even Cardano with their DApps and stuff like that. I see like security issues with some of that stuff, especially like if you're getting into the NFT market, because a lot of there's a lot of platforms out there with NFTs. And they've got IP infringements going on. It's like, yes, I understand you have hash functions that you can prove the ownership of yours was first and all that good stuff. But it's like I can't sit there and say that any of them couldn't handle it. It's just how they implement it for security-wise, I think, is going to be the big question. I think all these networks can really handle it. I think if they can't, then they need to be muscled out. At this point in time, a lot of these platforms have been around long enough that they should be able to do this. If not, that is a true shitcoin. It's like if you've been around for 3 years and you still can't scale up properly, go work for somebody else and like take your protocol and then combine it with somebody else's and see if the both of you can actually make a proper product. That's why I don't think that we need to have 1,000 coins doing the same fucking thing, when they can all kind of get together, collab, and then make something great, instead of 100 shitcoin platforms that are like mediocre. But that's my viewpoint on things. I know some other people are like, they'll champion for this and that and the other, and I'm not going to tell them, hey, don't get involved with that. That's a shit coin. It's on you, dude. Just understand the security risks behind it all. When smart contracts in Cardano.
Next month, actually.
Until he pushes it back.
Apparently, there was a bunch of news that just came out yesterday and today. There was an official DeFi project launched on Cardano. I was looking at the stuff today. They're actually there. Alonzo Day 1 will be allowed to run smart contracts, and that's set for, I think it was the end of September. So, September is supposedly supposed to be the coming of smart contracts. There's even I posted in the DeFi DGen channel of DCA, but it's called Atomatic, and that is a ADA to Matic bridge. So it bridges between the ADA platform and Polygon's network. So there's obviously something moving. So just when supposedly next month.
Hopefully.
We'll see.
Right. Till Hoskins makes a new excuse.
Well, it pulls in Ethereum.
Right. I can't get good coders in here, so we're going to push this off for a little bit, along with Shelly. I mean, you got to remember that Hoskins was an OG Ethereum coder.
Yep. You're correct, Uranus. They already have an NFT platform.
Yep.
But you can only trade and mint and buy from the original minter. You can't trade user to user.
Nope.
That only happens after smart contract launch. So we'll see. One word, 3 weekends. Yeah. We'll see how it goes out. That's for sure. Go check out the Misfits. See what they got going on.
Yep, DCA
Everyone's
raid.
giving Technology some grief because his water cooling thing he's got going up here. Everybody's calling it a bomb, but it's not. It looks pretty cool though.
Yeah, he likes making little works of art with water blocks. It's interesting.
Yep.
His approach is very interesting. So guys, go definitely hop up over there, DCA raid. Smash the like button over there too. Subscribe over there
That's
too,
right.
guys.
Stay savage. That's right.
Yes, Tech Man, stay motherfucking savage out there, and we'll definitely see all of you guys on the next one, guys. Yo.
Later, guys.